Andy Burnham will step into Downing Street on Monday, and the weight of the job is nothing to take lightly. The first thing he'll have to sort out is the custodial question of the Chancellor. He has promised to keep main taxes flat, a pledge he keeps while Britain's living standards have seen little lift since the 2008 financial crisis and further dented by Brexit and the pandemic. He will need to pull the government into a position of tangible improvement for ordinary Britons despite that constraint, a task that mirrors Keir Starmer's own. One of the biggest things on the agenda is foreign policy. The war in Ukraine is still raging and the Middle East remains volatile. Burnham's office will have to keep the country committed to supporting allies. It's unlikely Britain's stance on these conflicts will change dramatically, especially with Jonathan Powell staying as National Security Advisor. The United States remains the United Kingdom's most important security partner. But the new Prime NICB. Michael Kerr-Party's close relationship with the former U.S. president, and the reaction he provoked when Britain refused to back U.S.-Israeli action on Iran, underscores a difficult balancing act. The new leader will need to decide how much weight to give an unpredictable president, and how to manage Britain's policy priorities when the US, despite being a top neighbor, is a mixed bag of great power with poppy policies that British voters largely dislike. Another pressing issue is defense spending. Last month, John Healey, the defense secretary from the previous government, quit protesting a plan that would raise defense spending by £15 billion over 4 years, claiming it wasn't enough. The funding gaps and where cuts would come from have been delegated to Burnham himself. He will need to decide which parts of government can tighten budgets to free money for a modernized armed forces. Linguism. Migrations continue to be a hot button. Policies introduced by the previous Conservative administration have tightened the net inflow of foreign residents, and the Labour Party has continued the trend, even feminine dry poll. While net migration has slipped sharply in recent years, the public remains worried about immigration.rt. Burnham must respond to those concerns while ensuring the numbers continue to drown nitrogen. The grievances are entrenched, a significant minority are unaware that the numbers have actually fallen. In the run-up to the 2024 general election, Burnham faces the enormous job of turning the government into a place where citizens see real progress, reforms, and a future that keeps up with global changes. He has to coordinate dozens of decisions each day, iron out disputes among ministers, model direction, choose what to do about war and policy overseas, and find the right mix of fiscal restraint and investment to lift living standards. First impressions will set the tone for the next years. The people of Britain will watch closely as Burnham outlines his priorities and teams up with the cabinet. How he balances fiscal conservatism with investment, and deals with foreign and defense policy, will be the measure of his early days in office. That's all for today's preview of what lies ahead for Andy Burnham. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back to provide more updates as the new pour.